within my first 90 days. I was supposed to pay him back, but that's another conversation. So, guys,
What's wrong with that?
within 90 days, everything happened. Everything happened for me. $22,000 was paid off in 2 months. We hit regional vice president. Here's the key. I was able to still keep my job during the time I was running for regional vice president. So we hit regional vice president part-time. Today we're senior regional vice president. Don't clap, please. Can you please clap for the people that work, all the people in my team, everyone who stayed up late, everyone who actually put just one customers, all the way down to the agents. So with that being said, guys, I'm just a regular guy with a blue suit who think I'm cute, but I'm not special, okay? So we're gonna go straight into the opportunity. Are you guys ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Come on, shake it up. Stop being cute. So we're gonna talk about mindset, guys, and then you're gonna go through these stages in your life, and it's tough, right? So unconscious incompetence, right? I want you to write something down. Poke your finger if you don't have a pen. Use your blood to write something down. At this stage, say, I don't know anything. See, at this stage, that's when you're like, man, I've done this thing before. It's not working for me. It's a rah-rah session. See, life has just happened to me. God, it's your fault. Wife is your fault. Husband is your fault. Because you just suck. You don't know. You don't know anything, right? Unconscious incompetence. Can you guys see this, right? You don't know what you're doing. You're building the business. You got in. You're excited. You got a lot of people in. And after 1 month, everybody quits. You thought you were good, right? You thought you were good. So you go to the next stage, conscious incompetence. So at this point, you're like, your mentor's like, okay, well, you need to come to the first training. You need to come to a Saturday event. And then you're like, oh, yeah. Now I know I'm that bad. I am stuck for real. See, at this stage, you pretty much becoming responsible. You understanding that you're not that good. You didn't know anything. See, at one point, I was blaming my teacher. I failed English by 1 point. He was wrong. It was the coach's fault. It was everyone's fault. It was never my fault. I was never wrong. And I had to understand that, Mike, yeah, you're not that good. You can't even pronounce the words correctly. You need to start learning how to speak slower. You did not pass, period. So you got to understand in this business, stop fighting with your mentor. You don't know everything, okay? Be a student of the game. And then you're going to go to the third stage. Conscious competence. At this stage, you're learning. See, you built to SD because you had a lot of people. Maybe you built to VP pretty fast because you had influence. And then you get to the stage, you're like, wow, well, nobody wants to follow me. Because this stage, you're a good salesperson, but you're not a good leader. You just didn't know. And at this stage, you're learning, and then you're doing things the right way. But you're starting from scratch. You're rebuilding your team. Anybody been there before? Or some of you guys not building team. Anybody been there before? Exactly. Because at this point, you're learning how to build field trainers. You don't understand that this is not about for you. It's about a team. And what happened is you're still learning it, but you don't really know it. But anybody want to be like Tiger Woods, where you're like a master? So the last stage is called mastery. Say mastery. At this stage, you're consciously competent. You just smooth, right? You're just so good. You're like LeBron James. Well, sorry. You're like Michael Jordan. Everything you do is right. You just go on stage. Everything is right. You just like a Mr. Ashton Henry. He could just wake up and just do the presentation from his sleep because he do it over and over and over. Say repetition. That's the only way you master it. So there's no magic here. Just understand you got to go through all these stages. Maybe you're fighting with your upline. Maybe you're just mad. You're just like, I'm supposed to be SVP. I missed it by literally just $500,000. Can you believe me? Yes, I do. You built for half. You didn't do anything, okay? I should have been. Guys, understand, you're going to go through the stages. Just be humble and just go through the stages. So clarity of the industry. Some of you guys came here just to check it out. Network marketing, equal opportunity. It allows people like myself, regular people, to go out there and look good. That's all it is. See, network marketing doesn't matter about how you look, what language you speak, your size, your height, your gender, your age. If you just put the work in, you're going to be successful. Fair enough? Awesome. So network marketing is one of the simplest paths to become an entrepreneur. See, guys, I'm not smart, but I just know that why would I want to have a traditional business when everyone is failing in traditional business? See, some things are just very simple. Just do what makes sense. I didn't have $500,000 just like Jeff Bezos to put into a business. $299, $288. I didn't even have $288. How many of you guys have somebody who sponsor you into the business and you're killing it right now? See, I was so broke and busted. See, I was so broke I couldn't even afford a date. It was miserable, okay? So, I mean, some people say, you know what, my car was two-color. It was, rusted. I didn't have anything. I had my 2 feet. So understand, network marketing is great. Ladies, please, just shout out. All shout out to the ladies, please. Just shout as fast as possible, please. You guys are killing it. Look at this. Beautiful ladies are killing the game. 74% of women, 26% of the men. Where my dogs at? Oh, hold on. Where my dogs at? Where the ladies at? All right, 74% of women. See, all you have to do is say, what do you do with your free time? See, I know somebody by the name of Lakeisha. She's doing amazing things with this business. She's driving a house. Would you like to meet her? See, one thing about women, they're natural nurturers. See, they know how to do multiple things at a time. See, just don't recruit the dogs. Okay, I mean, I still love my guys, but women just have a way of building a team, and it's sustainable. Fair. I still got you guys, okay? So 2 out of 3 adults heard about network marketing. Understand, what does this look like, guys? See, this is the structure of Bank of America. See, what happened when some people say, what do you do? I do hybrid marketing. Well, what I do is I'm in the financial industry. You stuck, right? You go down the elevator, what do? I help people financially. Man, I do network marketing. Guys, look at Bank of America. Does this look like going senior vice president? Yes or yes? That's 1 leg. That's 2 leg. Anybody heard of Merrill Lynch? I'm pretty sure. Can you see it on the screen? Is this making sense, people? It's the structure of every business. See, the pastor is at the top. Then you have the deacons and everybody else, the members, right? Who fund the church? You do. Next, right? Look at the structure over here. Understand this. How many of you guys love Louis Vuitton? Balenciaga, Gucci. How many of you guys are committed to shopping? Ladies, Lakeisha. Oh, sorry. You're committed to, you just love nice things, right? It's okay. But are they committed to you? Look at the structure. LVMH. Every time you buy a bottle of Dom Perignon, it's right under them. Hublot, right under them. Hermes, right under them. This sounds like a pyramid. Don't be afraid, guys. A pyramid is a beautiful thing. It's the strongest structure in the whole world. And no one knows how to actually build the pyramid again, right? So think about this. If you're looking at it, look at this. 63% of women doing big things in the industry. So just understand that people join this industry for different reasons. I would just recruit ladies, man. Forget the guys, man. It's like, oh, man, I got to wake up 8 o'clock in the morning. Oh, come on, I can't do it, man. Come on. See, LVMH, look at this, guys. Take a picture of this, please. Do you see some of these brands that you love on this picture right here? See, understand that what they do is they buy small companies, and all you have to do is just go field trainer. And LVMH found a way to go Pinnacle. That's all you have to do. You don't have to be so smart. Oh, it looks like a pyramid. Does this look like the same structure, people? Yes or yes? Same structure, yes or yes? Guys, it's pretty simple. It is a pyramid. Yes, would you like to be at the top or the bottom? That's all it is. You're still telling people, oh, it's a hybrid marketing. See, this is what's going to separate the amateurs from the professionals. Teachability. Everybody knows everything. You're going to come into the stage. You're going to come into this opportunity. Well, I ran a multiple 6-figure. Guys, 6 figures is not money, okay? Just to let you guys know. You make 6 figure, great. You made $1 million, great. Big deal. Teachability. I came here in this industry. I said, Bruce, whatever you tell me to do, that's what I'm going to do. I know how to become a banker, and I know how to be broke. That's one thing I know how to do. 2 things. But I'm going to learn this industry. Teachability. So that's when your leaders speak to you, you need to listen and learn the business. If you don't see results, you have to understand it's going to happen over time. But it's in our best interest to tell you the right thing. So be able to be teachable. Just because you make money, don't think that a little kid can teach you. See, that's what's going to separate the amateurs from the professionals. You get to a stage where I'm a vice president. I'm an EVP. You can't tell me what to do. Understand that whatever you do will duplicate at some point. Fair, fair? So some bad words, okay? I spoke to everyone. Nobody wants to join. Take this out of your mouth. If I had a car, if I had a blue suit, if I live in Brickell, well, you see, the reason why Alfred made it to the top, because he already had experience. Guys, those are bad words. My team quit on me. I recruit everybody. I did all the work. Well, you know, your mom pushed you by yourself. You're supposed to do all the work anyway, right? Nobody's your twin. See, these are bad words in the industry. Do not say it. If you want to say, just I can't say it. Don't ever say those things, because the minute you start saying those things, you're building your ego. You're building that little monster. You're building that little monster. Over time, you're going to feel like, I came into this industry. Yeah, I did FES before. Anybody, you ever heard this before? Yeah, I did FES before. Yeah. It didn't work out. No, you didn't work it out. Does that make sense? Good. Where's my check? I thought I was supposed to get past VP. Bro, did you just see your qualification? Oh, right? People call corporate fighting. Where's my check? Understand, guys, you are a worker. See, there's a worker and there's a celebrity. The minute you go from being an agent to a celebrity, bye-bye. You're out of the game. Rich is not for everyone. These are bad words. No one owes you anything in this life. You will do 100% of the work. Well, I'm looking for a leader like me. Are you the leader you want to follow? See, these are the things you got to think about. See, production, promotion, payouts. That's the mindset that you want to have, okay? Mindset of a leader. Yes, people will quit on you. So what? People put a ring on a finger, they quit. Yes or yes? I'm not quitting on this finger, though, right? I'm married to the game. See, I have to grow as a leader. Yes, sometimes you're going to lose six-figure earners. Sometimes you're with the person 90 days grinding in their car. You said, I'm out of the game. It's part of the game. Just doesn't matter. It shall come to pass. Does that make sense? Does that make any sense over here? Good. So I'm going to speak a little fast. So understand, you got to have that mindset, because if you're building, you have 0.0005% of doubt. I don't know if I can make it. Trust me, you're wasting your time. You're not going to make it. It's so crucial. And where are you headed? Anybody remember Tom Tom? How many of you, well, I didn't have a car back then, but whenever I got a ride, I used to see people coming, they take the little GPS from the glove department. Where we going? Where we going, right? Where's the GPS? Anybody got one of those? Where are you going? See, if you don't have a destination, you're going anywhere. You're just having fun. You're in a festival. You're having a party. Where are you going? What is your purpose, people? What is your purpose? Why are you doing this? What is the reason you wake up every single day? Because it's surely not fun in South Florida. It was a rainy day in Miami, a rainy morning, to get up and dress early morning to come here, listen to a guy in a blue suit. You could be at the bar. You could be on the beach. But why are you doing it? Somebody shout your why. Somebody, just shout your why. Why are you doing this? Those people, they don't have a why. What about these people? These people, they didn't eat breakfast. What about these people? Some of you sitting to your wife, you're like, no, not my wife, the money.
If you're doing the training, and you've been doing it.
See, your reason why is...
Spice it up a little bit. You're doing the same. Credit. Business.
Everything why you do everything, guys. And I'm telling you, this business, 10% talent, the skill set, yes. You're going to learn how to present, how to close. But at the end of the day, it's going to be about heart. How many of you guys push? You did double, you did more than 20,000 the last week just to be promoted. You look at 20,000, 40,000, 50,000, you're like, no, I'm not going to make it happen. But you made it happen. Anybody did that?
No, I ain't talking about that.
Do you remember that push?
I'm talking about the insurance, man. That came
Everybody telling you no? Smooth, how many of you guys was one customers away? Just one away from your promotion. And it was hard. You're like, it's one. Just one.
Okay.
It took me 6 hours to get one customer to go RVP.
Oh. You don't need to get up, man.
I called my sister. Why would you want to help me? I called my brother. It's like, I'm busy right now. I could do it on Sunday. So I need the promotion now. 6 hours. But you got to have a strong reason why. Because, ladies and gentlemen, what's going to happen is some of you are going to lose that EVP. Some people checked out. Well, I made 6 figures. That's success. you're out. I made $1 million, it's success. You're gonna get checked out. But if you don't have a strong reason why, you're not gonna do this business. See, why you do what you do? Take this, take a picture of this, go home. Just yell, but at the end of the day, in your core, when you're making those calls, are you just making those calls and say, well, he's not gonna do it anyway, but let me just call anyway. No, you gotta let people know, this is how I feed my family. I live on referrals. Would you mind giving me 5 names? Do you know anybody that works in real estate? Do you know anybody that works in the medical field? What do we know about people working in the medical field? They have a huge heart. Do you know anyone that works in the baking industry? Do you know any MLOs? Please, if I get off this phone right now, my kids won't eat. I need the references. Guys, don't do this thing just to do it. You need to become a professional. See, at the center, we can talk about, I'm good, I'm great. See, if you're looking at LeBron James, for example, when he was growing up in the league, a lot of people never gave him respect because they thought he never had the heart. But you see what he did. He had to go and prove himself. He had to go into another team and show that, yes, I could do it with just regular players. And he was getting the credit. Does that make any sense, people? It is the purpose. You got to have a purpose. You got to have a strong reason why. Is it your family? Look at your family. But stop lying to your family saying, I love my family. And then you go home and then just make 2 calls. Be like, come on, baby, let's just eat ice cream and watch Netflix. Yeah, I love Netflix. I think it's pretty cool. But I think Netflix is a scam. Because every time I'm like, okay, what's the end? Where's the end? The end never ends. I said, man, this thing is a scam. It's a scam. I'm going to lose my life on Netflix. It was designed to take my money. Does that make any sense, people? But you want to give to the world. See, one of the things people didn't know about Mother Teresa is that she was a shark. Some people are like, oh, Mother Teresa want to take care of the world. Where did she get the money from? Where did she get the money from? So she had to go say, you know what? I want to take care of some family, but I want you to write a $50,000 check right now. See, guys, this is very simple. People with money put money into nonprofit. Yes or yes? See, you see people with money, they put money into the hospital. Yes or yes? If you have money, you can build wells in different places. You can feed the poor. Yes or yes? Get the money. Get the money, then you can take care of the world. Some of you guys not passionate about money. Do the work. Because just to open up a nonprofit, do you need money to register a nonprofit? Yes or yes? You got to become a monster in this game. You got to do this thing. There's going to be a roller coaster. Oh, yes. We don't wear suits every day, guys. I'm just letting you know. You can talk to Mr. Ashton Henry. You can talk to Mr. Alfred Nixon. Ask them. They don't wake up every day like, we ready to go. No. They wake up sometime, they get a phone call. Somebody passed away. Somebody's sick. Things happen, but they got to Zoom in 5 minutes. So you got to be able to go like this. All right, Zoom time. And forget everything. See, you have to learn how to disconnect your emotions. Put your emotions to the side. One of the best I love watching Tiger Woods. He's able to put things off the golf course and then just go out there and then just boom and win championships. And then go back and deal with his emotions. See, it's going to be a roller coaster. See, you're going to be signing up this guy and he's going to say, I am the king of Zimbabwe. He's on a flight to here. This guy going to come here. He needs to be paramount, by the way. He's going to come here with 10,000 reps. Can you imagine? What would my check look like? A 10,000. 10,000 people? How many people you need to go to senior regional vice president? Oh, Pinnacle. This guy's going to blow up your team. You're going to believe him. And then you're going to find out nobody knows him. That's your clown. You meet them. You're going to do a meeting. There's going to be a guy crossing his arm. How much have you made so far? You're going to meet that guy. And he's going to be like, okay, well, let me tell him I made more money than I made. Guys, I'm telling you, that guy will not build your business. See, business is built by regular people like us that just build little by little. So it's going to be a roller coaster. Some days your rep's going to be like, guess what? Watch your back office. I just put 15 agents. And you're like, 15 agents? You refresh the page. See, people are going to lie to you. Understand that. Don't put your hope on other people. It's okay. Just do what you do. Great. 50 agents, great. He was senior vice president of the year. Awesome. No big deal. He quits. No big deal. So you got to understand that these things you got to put into your core. You can't change people. But you definitely can change who you hang around, guys. I'm telling you guys, it's very simple. You don't have to be too smart. But here's one thing I know about it. If you jump in an Uber and you put in your GPS, for sure you're gonna get to the destination. You don't need to learn how to drive. Can we agree? So all you have to do, if you don't know how to speak English or you have some issues, you're a shy person, just bring the person to X Factor. Just bring him to a Mr. Valinsky and just be quiet. See, one thing I used to do is I used to say, this guy got a Rolex on. Look at his shoes. He have $2,000 shoes. You better listen to the opportunity. And I'll be sitting in the back. They're like, yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. Of course they'll do it. Because what kind of, 25-year-old walking around with a Rolex in his hand, right? So that's what I was doing when I was walking around with Mr. Alfred Nixon and Mr. Bruce Rochester. You don't have to be super smart. Don't think that we're super smart. And this is the last but not least, the law of the bamboo tree. See, the bamboo tree is one of the most stubborn. Wow. I don't know if there's any other plant out there that's like the bamboo tree. It's very stubborn. So you're watering it the first year. Nothing comes out of the ground. Second year, you water it, nothing comes out the ground. Third year, you keep watering it. Your neighbor at this point said, okay, this guy, he's crazy. Because every day, he's watering the ground. I don't see anything for 3 years. How many of you guys would say, well, this thing he's been doing, he's going to this meeting, rah-rah session, he goes to convention, nothing in his life. He's still working the regular job. That was me. Still working at Armani Exchange. I was selling you balance. Like, Mike, what's up, rich guy? Let me get $500. Can you help us with the rent today? And I'm here, I'm going to meetings, people are making fun of me. They're like, they see me coming from far away. They're like, here it is, here's the business guy. And they're making fun of me. Here's the business guy. And I'm just like, man, these guys just don't know. They don't understand it. See, that's the bamboo tree. But here's the thing. 4th year, 5th year, it only takes about 5 weeks. It grows 90 feet tall. See, it takes just 5 weeks to grow 90 feet tall because the bamboo is producing, it's growing the tree trunks, it's growing the roots so strong because in order for it to support 90 feet tall, it is to be double deep. Can we agree? See, some of you guys are building your business. You're like, I don't have a leader. You keep building. I don't find a leader. You keep building. You keep going. You got to keep going. You got to keep going. But the same people, just remember, one day you're going to be the favorite son. One day you'll be the favorite daughter. I knew. I always been praying for you. All of a sudden, my dad was saying, my prayers has been working. I've been praying for so many years. You see? You moved, right? You went from a banker to here. I said, yeah, I did, because I did the work, right? See, one day people are going to say, you know what? I knew you were going to be doing it. But just understand that your haters, if you don't have any haters, you haven't even started the business yet. So get started, create some haters. And with that being said, I'll see you guys on the other side. Stand to your feet. Let's give it up to Mr. London. Woo! Who's ready to go? This is you. This is you. Thank you. Hey, man, you killed it. Woo! How about that? All right. We are learning. That's good. Was that powerful or what? Man, that was something else. I'm telling you, this guy has so much energy. It's crazy. Don't sit. What's going on? You sat through the whole thing. Come on now. This was about mindset. Come on. This is important. Man, that was crazy. That was good. I want you to do one thing for me. What I would like you to do, I want you to get upset right now. Like when you're upset at your kid, if you have a child, or your BFF, your significant other, or you're upset at Netflix, or you're upset at FES, whatever you get upset at. This is what I want you to do. And I want you to say it 3 times. And seriously, you see, mindset is so important. I want you to look at me, be mad at me, think about the craziest thing that I could do to you. And I want you to do this 3 times. I want you to say, stop, stop, stop. 3, 2, 1. Stop, stop, stop.
All right, you can sit. That's important. Let me tell you something. I'm going to teach you something real quick. You see, I'm going to teach you something that is called the 10 Mindset Reset. The 10 Mindset Reset. Here they are. Stop thinking about what you never had. Number one. Number two, stop living in your past. Number three, stop blaming other people. Stop focusing on what never happened. Stop wasting time. That's number five. Number six, stop engaging things that don't add value. Oh, you're smart. Number seven, stop saying it's not your turn yet. Number eight, stop doubting and start believing. Number nine, this is extremely important. Number nine, stop saying I can't and say I am thankful and grateful now that I am. Number 10, there's a distinction. This is big. Number 10, stop focusing on your needs and focus on what you really, really want. That's it. That's it. That's the 10 Mindset Reset. You do that, it's a game changer. All right, we're going to move on to the second trainers. Two boss ladies in the building. Man, they're looking phenomenal back there. They're ready to go. They're going to train you right now about some phenomenal things, including our services. How many people inside here enjoy educating so you can elevate? We educate to elevate. We educate to. We educate to. We educate to. We duplicate so we can elevate, because if we recreate, then we complicate. I'm going to say that again. In network marketing, this is extremely important. A lot of people come in, they have PhDs, they become researchers and doctors. Yes, we need to change this, and that I would change. And instead of saying us, let's say we. And instead of saying we have, let's say we've. Have you ever had any agents like that join your business? Don't recreate, because you're gonna complicate. Duplicate so you can elevate. So these ladies do just that. And so they're going to train you on the services or membership. Two boss ladies. One is a regional vice president out of Charlotte, North Carolina. We have the other young lady coming out of the West Coast, California. She is a senior vice president. So ladies and gentlemen, stand to your feet as we bring to the stage regional vice president Alicia Davis and senior vice president Amina Rashid. Let's go crazy!
You can't tell me, I keep it sexy, daddy, so I can't fail. Keep it gangster for the cowards, so I give them hell. Call me misfit. What's up, FBS?
Good morning. Good morning.
Y'all supposed to say my income when we say what's up. What's up, FBS? There we go. I'm excited to share this platform with Amina Rashid, y'all.
And I am so excited to be here with the awesome Alicia Davis. Let's give it up for Alicia Davis.
So we have the pleasure of talking to everybody about the power of developing passion for the protection plan membership. And how I got it, Amina, was I used the services.
Absolutely.
You got to use the services. And because of that, not only did my credit score increase by 230 points in 3 months,
Wow.
Ashton Henry, my mentor, senior executive vice president, said, let's go debt free, man. And so we're going to just tap into how all of this worked out. So what was it for you, Amina? What was it that made you like start sparking fire about that protection plan?
You know what? Honestly, with the protection plan, when I first started the company, I had my own credit repair business. Most of you know that. But what sparked to me the most, Alicia, about the protection plan is all of the services that it encompassed. Because I told myself, yeah, I can help my clients get an excellent credit score, but I can't give them a will and trust. I don't have the knowledge to show them how to budget. And if you don't really master budgeting, guess what's gonna happen once you get an excellent credit score? You're gonna end right back up in the same situation again. That's what stuck out to me the most.
That's it.
Absolutely.
Who's ready to have a better relationship with their money? Right? Who's ready to help teach your customers or clients how to have a better relationship with their money?
Absolutely.
That's what our protection plan membership is all about. So we know the budgeting tool, right? You're going to plug in everything that's coming in, everything that's coming out. You're going to learn where you need to cut some unnecessary spending patterns and behaviors. See, I was that person who was going to Starbucks every morning, $8 a pop.
Right.
But those things add up over time, and so our budget's going to help you like take the blinders off of what you're really doing with your money, so you can come in under budget every single month. Credit Restoration, our flagship product, clap it up.
Yes.
So for me, it was, what is credit restoration? And what I learned, what they taught me, was that it's that means of leveraging that Fair Credit Reporting Act that was enacted by Congress back in the 1970s. And it gives us as American consumers that right. Everybody say, know your rights. To be able to dispute any negative item, but see, we're checking for it to be inaccurate, erroneous, or obsolete. I need you all to commit those 3 words to memory. You can't just say that we dispute negative items, right? You gotta know those 3 words. That's what makes our credit restoration process truly legit, okay? So by doing so, I was able to have 38 items and collections deleted from my credit reports.
Woo!
Repossession deleted from my credit reports. Somebody say 9 late payments on 9 different student loan accounts. That's 81 late payments right there. Give it up for UCES for getting those deleted. Okay? So leveraging that service is going to help people truly gain their buying power back. Credit Builder. Want to educate ourselves thoroughly and the clients that we serve. If you have not yet tapped into the Credit Builder, you're missing out on so much information. It's a financial library vault. Amina taught me it's a lot of free game back here, okay? All those templates that you have access to, tap into that so you can use the service for yourself and you can empower the customers you serve. The credit attorney. There are certain states that our credit attorneys can help people with identity theft issues, with debt harassment, right? So maybe you're getting those calls on your job every hour, on the hour, or 3 times per hour. You want to let the credit attorneys know. And if you're in the States, when you go log into the protection plan membership, on that screen at the bottom is a list of states that they can help people in. So look at that. You have a legal defense team on your side. When it comes to your credit, they can't help you if you're facing eviction, okay? Right. They cannot help you if you're having odds with your neighbor. This is pertaining to your credit. Credit monitoring, smart credit. Who uses smart credit?
Oh,
we should see like every hand up in here. Do you know you can see your future score with smart credit? That becomes a selling point when you're talking with realtors, when you're talking with mortgage lenders, car professionals. Alyssa taught me that. That smart credit tool is next level.
It is.
It's going to teach you your auto scores, your insurance scores, your hiring index score, but we're not talking about being hired in this room tonight, okay? We're unemployable, unrecruitable, right? So then we get the debt payoff tool.
People say, how did you really learn like this much information? I'm gonna say this again. It's because I used it. And I was nervous when I really found out how much debt I was really in. My husband and I, we were engaged. We knew that we didn't want to enter into marriage in financial ruins, okay? We plugged our numbers in. It was scary, wasn't it, babe? Like over $70,000 in debt. It would have normally taken us 43 years to pay that debt down. But that debt payoff tool reduced it to 3.5.
Wow. That's what I'm talking about right there.
So when you plug in and you use the services, you get to have stories like this that you can leverage when you're speaking to people about the power of the services. Develop that passion. Let's go, Amina.
Let's rock it out here. Let's give it up for Alicia going over the first half of the services, right? Yes. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go over the rest of the services in the protection plan. Now, one thing that I do when I'm talking to my prospects, I don't talk at them. I have a conversation with them. So we're gonna have a conversation with you?
Yes.
That's okay? All right. So now, the first thing is financial lockbox. Say financial lockbox.
Financial lockbox.
So the thing about financial lockbox is this. You can store all of your important documents. I live in California, and what happens in California like every year? Fires, right? So a couple years ago, we had to evacuate our home, and we live around the corner from Alfred and Morgan, and we all had to evacuate. And so we had to evacuate at 1 o'clock in the morning. I was nervous, and I was like, oh my God, we don't have our birth certificates. We don't have our passports. We don't have anything. And when the fire is like right behind your house on the canyon, you have no time to think about this stuff. But I remembered, hey, I'm a UCES protection plan member, right?
Yes.
So my stuff was already loaded. I said, hey, all of that stuff is replaceable, and I have copies of it to make it easier. So financial lockbox. Now, as I'm talking to you, I'm teaching you a technique and a tactic. When I'm on the phone with my customers, every single time, if it's a phone call or a three-way, I ask them, I say, hey, do you have time to pull up your browser in your cell phone or have access to the internet? And they'll say, yeah, sure. Okay, put me on speaker. Now, when we go through the protection plan, I'm having them to repeat to me. And I say, listen, I don't have it pulled up in front of me, but what is the first item you see on the list? Because once I get them to repeat each and every single item, they're already seeing the value, right? All right, so now identity monitoring. Why fix your credit if you're not going to protect your identity, right?
That's right.
It only makes sense. Protect your identity. As a matter of fact, one of my clients had something happen where somebody used their information for the PPP, or whatever they got going on out there. So somebody used their information. They were able to go and tap into the identity theft protection that we have with the company, and they're able to assist them to get that cleared up. So say identity monitoring.
Identity monitoring.
Absolutely. Say network.
Network.
How many of you in here know your net worth? Oh, I should see every agent up in here with their hand up. How much is Beyonce worth? Y'all know. How much is Jay-Z worth? Right? How much is what? Jeff Bezos, Bezos, whatever. How much is he worth? Billions, right? You know that, but you don't know about you. So we're going to have to work on that. Say network.
Network.
All right. Savings goals, right? You have to learn how to save. This is very important, especially when it comes to building financial wealth. Okay. You want to get back there, utilize that savings goals tool, and really start planning for vacations. Start planning for business expenses like traveling here to Super Saturdays, traveling to convention. Use the savings goals tool to start utilizing that so you'll have the extra money. You're not scrambling at the last minute. Say good info.
Good info.
Say you rock.
You rock.
Go girl.
Go girl.
Thank you. Okay. Say will and trust.
Will and trust.
Now, this is a great additive and a component. Now, I used to intern at a law firm. I have a degree in paralegal studies. They were estate attorneys. They would charge a minimum of $1,500 all the way up to $3,000 for the same exact document that we give our clients included with the protection plan. We would literally just go into a system that was already, populated, just type in a little bit of info, and they would charge the client $1,500 to $3,000. So I tell my prospects that when I'm talking to them. Do you know a will and trust alone costs $1,500 to $3,000 if you go to an attorney? And then we have the YFL Family Mint. Say YFL Family Mint.
YFL Family Mint.
So now, when I close them out, or open the relationship, as I like to say, open versus close, right? I always tell them, now you see all of these wonderful services that Alicia Davis went over, and you see everything that, was on that I just went over. So now, when you think about this, and remember, the will and trust alone could be $1,500 to $3,000. How much do you think we charge for this protection plan? I want to see where their mind is at. Okay, I want to see what's going on. So that's a little tip that I use. I ask them how much they think the services are worth. Was that good info?
Good info.
Awesome.
Yes. Seriously, when you shared with me that question that you asked, like, how much do you think this is going to cost? The numbers that I've been getting since I've implemented that, people are saying like, oh, probably about 5,000. Start using that question. It's going to make you feel really comfortable with saying 188, right?
Get that $100 commission.
That's right. It's going to make you feel real comfortable.
No discount.
So now we're going to talk about how you develop the confidence to close those customers. So that segue was perfect, Amina. So you want to tap in and listen to that emotion. Why is it that they want this now? What is the urgency? How long have they been considering this? Do they have children? Are they recently out of a relationship or a marriage or about to enter into one? And they just want to be prepared. Why is it so important at this moment to get their credit restored, to utilize the debt payoff tool, to tap into the savings goals calculator and all those wonderful services included in the protection plan membership? Get that emotion. And sometimes if you can, jot down just some little bullet point words, some key points, so that at the end, when you're really ready to go in for the close, you got some fire, okay? So, Amina, can you share with us, like, the pain points part? Like, how does that work when you're talking with people?
Absolutely. So when you're definitely going over and you're connecting to the pain, like you said, build that emotional rapport. You want them to peel back the layers, because sometimes, with credit, it's a sensitive topic. So I want to know what's paining you. I want to know, what is having bad credit prohibiting you from doing? Is it prohibiting you from getting a new home? Is it prohibiting you from getting a business loan? What is having bad credit doing to really hold you back from reaching your goals? And what you want to do, like you said, take notes. So in your phone, because I have notes all over the place, I'll put beside the prospect's name when I save their name, wants to get a new home by December 2021, has a so-and-so credit score currently.
That's perfect. Pain will reel them in, okay?
It sure will.
Sometimes you got to strike that little nerve. So learning how to talk through how we can help people. When most people come our way, they want to know a few things. How much is it going to cost? Can you help me? And how long will I need these services? If you can cover those 3 points in your calls or even your messaging with your prospects, you're going to do all right. You're going to do all right. So how can we help? Take the time to answer that. So throw out some terms, because I want y'all to teach with us today. Throw out some terms or some questions or phrases that you might use when people say, how can you help me? Throw something out. Credit restoration. What else? The will and trust. What else? Eliminate debt. Credit monitoring. Well, y'all better teach today and add some value up in here. Financial freedom. And we talked about the emotional rapport and those pain points. Is now a good time to bring that back into the conversation too? We can help you get into that home. You said you have some children, and right now you don't like where you're living at. But what if we help you by getting all of these financial affairs in order, so we can transition you into a home that you can call your own, with a backyard, with a fence, in a nice neighborhood, in a nice school district? Is that compelling?
Absolutely.
Have you added value? there you go. Let's go with this agreement formation, Amina.
Absolutely. So once you go over how you can help, and I always let them know, because everything is always about math and heart. Say math and heart.
Math and heart.
You always want to have a number attached to it. So when I go in, is I tell them, look, I've been able to help over 1,000 people start their credit restoration journey. So I let them know, if you're a new agent, don't worry about the big numbers. Just say, hey, our company has helped people remove over 2.5 million derogatory accounts. So you have a number. Everything's about math and heart, the math and how you can help in the system, okay? Then you go in for the agreement formation. So the agreement formation, you want to get them to say yes, whether it's yes, we want to go ahead and get you signed up, or yes to another meeting. And here's the thing, never ever end a conversation with a period. You always have it with a question mark. So you always end with a question. So when are we gonna talk again? Are you available on this date at this time so we can get you enrolled? And they say, oh, I'm gonna wait until the next day when I get paid. Okay, what day is that? Is it okay if I mark you on my calendar for this day and time? Can I call you at 8 a.m.? I always end with a question because I never want to close the conversation, because we're always open in relationships. Good info?
Good info.
Absolutely.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's like agreement. That is a sales strategy. I even learned in a formal sales training back when I was in corporate. You're getting them to contract. You're getting them to agree to their own commitment.
Girl, I'm corporate.
Girl.
Look, so we're gonna do some Q&A.
Let's do some Q&A. Some questions. Come on.
Answer some questions. Y'all want to get some questions answered? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. All right. Let's go.
All those inboxes I get, I know y'all got more questions.
I know
see
they got
one hand
questions.
raised.
How long does it take? Right.
Okay, so see, here we go. What we was gonna do was ask questions about the protection plan, how to close customers. See, what you're doing, you're not doing the right thing. But when they do ask you how long it takes, never shy away from that question. And I tell them straight up, listen, honey, I don't know. I haven't seen your credit. I don't know what's going on. Once we get in there and we see everything that you have, we create your dispute letters. You're going to get the results from the credit bureaus within 30 to 45 days. So at that point, that process repeats. Now, I've seen some people with everything removed within the first round. Some people, it may take 6 months, but I have no idea. But let's go ahead and get you started. What's your debit card number?
She left that smoking. You had a question, young lady? So I would encourage you to tell them to log into the customer portal, right? Click on credit attorney. First, identify if they're in one of the states where they can be assisted. Okay, there's a brief description box where they can enter what their concern is, what their issue is. So whether it's the debt harassment, identity theft issues, and some of those errors that are reporting on credit reports. Let me share something. I talked to Gary Nitskin recently, and he shared with me, for example, like this double jeopardy thing. If there's like a repossession from Capital One Auto Financing, and maybe they sell it to a debt collector, a collection agency, both of those can no longer appear, only one, right? So those kind of issues you want your customers to be aware of. So they can just fill out a brief description in that description box, hit submit, and the attorney should call. If they don't call, give them the website, UCES Legal Group, I believe, or Legal Team, UCESLegalGroup.com. And the phone number's on that website.
Good info.
Okay.
Right. And you know, guys, the thing about it is, do not be afraid to of the customers and to give them the truth. Like, the protection plan is great. Credit is not a microwave thing. It's not overnight. It takes time. So don't be afraid to give them the raw, authentic truth. Come from a place of love, a genuine place from the heart, but don't be afraid, because some people may not be ready to get signed up today, but they watch, they come back around. I had an actual realtor to say, at first I thought you was a scam, but I started watching your page. So they're watching. So don't be afraid to give them the raw, authentic truth. A lot of times when they do go and to another credit repair company, they always come back because they don't get the ultimate results. okay?
Right.
So never ever be afraid. So Alicia, why don't you go ahead and explain to them, just like your background, they need to know that, how you came from the medical field and where you are now and that journey, share that.
Yeah, thank you. So I was working as a registered nurse, worked in healthcare for 20 years, master's degree. Okay, we get that. But it like, I love doing what I did, but to also have this position that so many people deem as prestigious, but be crumbling inside because of my finances. Credit score of a 512. 512. So it's like we have the smarts, we have the education, but we got to apply ourselves better.
Yeah.
And the protection plan allowed me to apply myself better. 230-point increase in 3 months. That protection plan is too valuable for me to sit on and be quiet about.
Absolutely.
It is.
Yeah, and for me, I mean, most of you guys kind of know my story already, but like it was just so much struggle from a very young age. I was a teen mom, had a kid at 15, another kid at 17, dropped out of high school. So 2 kids by the age of 17, you know, just broke as a joke. You know, broke as a joke, didn't understand credit, knew nothing about it. Started in corporate America. I worked for Bank of America in their corporate office in Charlotte, North Carolina. And then, you know, it was okay, but, you know, it wasn't for me. And I always felt that. So 2009, when the last recession happened, I was laid off. And I thought my job was actually secure with Bank of America because, you know, hey, I was in human resources. How often do they lay off human resources, right? So laid off in 2009, went through so much struggle, so much adversity. I went through joblessness. Gosh, homelessness. Gosh, my family and I, we lived in a freaking motel for about a month or so because we didn't have a place to stay. We had to go to food banks. We had to get food. We had to, rent a rental car. We didn't have a car. That's how my journey with credit started because we didn't have a car. And I was tired of renting a rental car every single week. And let me tell you how broke I was. I was smart broke. So what I had was, I was smart broke, okay? You know how you take that check and you bounce one check from one account to the next until that next check come through? That was me, okay? So I had a secured credit card with like $300 on it, okay? I would take the secured credit card, go to the rental car place, swipe it for 1 week, and I had Capital One unsecured credit card. Then within 4 days, they would release the hold. So I would go back, swipe it again. Oh, I want to renew the contract so I could have the rental car for a month. So I know all about struggle. I know about adversity. And I know about being broke and not having. I know all about that stuff. So for you all to be here and to show up to this event, it tells me something about you. You're already ahead of the curve.
Yes.
They're ahead of the curve because what you did, you took a chance on yourself. You said, I'm no longer going to be the status quo. I'm no longer going to be average. I'm no longer going to listen to people that's doubting me. I'm no longer going to be depressed. I'm no longer going to be stressed. I'm taking a chance on myself. You gotta dig deep, ladies and gentlemen. When you're feeling down, you gotta dig deep.
That's it.
When you're feeling out, you gotta dig deep. Stand up. Come on. Get up, 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 get up. Come on.
Yes.
Come on, come on, come on,
Yes.
come on, come on, come on.
Yes.
When your kids are not acting right, you gotta dig deep.
That's it.
When you have no money in your bank account, you have to dig deep. When you are at odds with your spouse, you have to dig deep.
Yes.
When you have no car and you're walking, you have to dig deep. When you are sick and you don't feel like getting out of bed, you have to dig deep. Ladies and gentlemen, dig deep. We'll see all of you all at the top.
Listen, you see, everything you do got to be intentional. You notice I was digging deep, but where was I going? You got to dig deep and move forward. You don't want to dig deep in the same spot. Stagnation kills the nation. You don't want that. Man, was that fire or what? Was that good? Was that great? Real boss ladies? That was awesome, wasn't it? All right, listen. Service to many leads to, are we here? Service to many leads to greatness. You see, it didn't say many leads to greatness. Service to many leads to greatness. Crazy enough, 5 months ago, my identity got stolen. Oh yeah, it did, like seriously. And I always talk to folks about the services that we have and identity protection up to $1 million, but it's different when it hits home. So it became very personal. And what happens if your identity got stolen and you have an 800 plus credit score? They can get anything, isn't it? Yeah, that's what happened. So my identity got stolen. They swipe all my cards and I got notified immediately. Say immediately. And they opened an account in my name as well, a large account. And I got notified. Come on, guys. I got notified immediately. And so rather than panic, Allstate Protection went to work on my behalf. On my behalf. And I didn't have to worry about it. Do you get it? It's called security. And so that's real. I had to cancel all my cards and change a lot of things, and my credit score dropped. But here's the beauty about living in the 800 club. Even when your score dropped, you're still where? In the 800 club. And so it's just a beautiful feeling, man. And I'm just thankful to God. I went from a 524 to an 800 plus, and it's quite amazing. It really is. And so the services are extremely important. You see, that's the product. You see, you have two types of people in the world. You have consumers and you have contributors. You see, consumers are W-2 employees, and contributors or producers are those that provide a service or they have a business. They hire people. So we are in the leverage business. So don't be average. Let's leverage. How many people want to leverage today? How many people want to leverage today? Do you want to be average or do you want to leverage? All right, stand to your feet right now. Let me show you this gentleman that is about to show you how to leverage. You see, you know you're good at recruiting when you have a 524 credit score and you don't have a job, but you found a lady who had a job and allowed you to get a job in their office making $17.50 an hour. 524, $17.50 an hour. And that same lady had a 750 something, but you were able to recruit them. That was me, man. I'm a good recruiter. That's my wife right there. Oh yeah, 524, no job. She said, hey, I'm gonna take you with the 524. I'm gonna get you a job in my office to make $17 an hour because I know in the future, we both will have an 800. Not only that, you're gonna make 6 figures in corporate America at some point. And I did. You see, that's good recruiting. See, this gentleman, he is really good. And he has built a massive business. He's gonna show you how to really step your game up, how to build a massive business, not just with the people you know, but the people you show what you know. And so he's gonna take your business to the next level. He's a senior regional vice president. What that means, It's a massive organization. He has changed not just hundreds, but thousands of lives. How many people here would like to change thousands of lives? All right, so this gentleman is going to show you how to do that. Let's bring to the stage Senior Regional Vice President Bruce Lee Rochester.
Can y'all hear me? Man, I can't believe she recruited him. Look to your neighbor and say, that's faith. Man, what you had, a 400 credit score, 500? I mean, my credit was so bad, man, I couldn't even get a library card. But anyway, guys, who's excited about being here? Yes, sir. Where are the Hispanics at? Where the Haitians at? Where the Jamaicans at? Why Jamaicans always shooting? Sit down, guys. God damn. Never take these Jamaicans anywhere. My own people, man, always shooting me. Man, it's been a while since we've been here. How long has it been? Too long. Look to your neighbor and say, too long. Man, I mean, we wearing all these masks and stuff and people dying. There was a report that said a lot of them haven't died from COVID. It was really from bad breath. Yeah. Wish those masks was back. But anyway, we're going to be talking about recruiting. Look to them and say recruiting. That's something I actually sucked at for quite some time. Had no Facebook engagements, no likes. Anybody like that? Like, you just don't have no engagements on your Facebook. You get like one like, right? You like your own status? She's like, that's me. It's all good. You like it, I like it too, right? I worked at a call center for many, many years, and me and Kevin was smiling down, right, Kevin? Paid on Friday. Any call center reps in here? I know we were broke, right? My dad was like, son, I need you to stop going around saying you're poor. That's a mindset. You need to change your mindset. Son, you're just broke. I was like, what the hell? Dad. All right, so we're going to be talking about recruiting, guys. As you heard, from the gentleman, recruiting starts from a lot of people. The Apple recruits, the NFL recruits, the NBA recruits. Look to your neighbor and say, recruiting. Everybody recruit. I remember I went to Board Anderson High School. Shout out to BA. All right, nobody went. Okay. God dang. Sorry, that's why I didn't graduate, by the way. I should have never went to BA. But anyway, long story short, I was in the 12th grade, and the military guy came to me and said, you want to join the military? So he's trying to recruit me. And I took the ASVAB test and I fell asleep. Yeah, so he didn't get a chance to recruit me. Anyway, Nike recruits. Every successful organization starts recruiting. So do you attract people or do you repel people? How many of you guys would probably recruit yourself? Right? Okay, only 5 of you. So that means y'all need to do some work. Look to your neighbor and say, do you dress to impress? Like, you gotta be sharp. I was with Zarian, Johnson, we'll dress sharp. They're like, where y'all coming from? This is us. Look to your neighbor and say, this is us. They're thinking we coming from a wedding. They're like, what do you do? We do everything, we make money. They're like, I wanna make money too. So you gotta be able to dress to impress 24/7, 7 days a week. Look to your neighbor and say, that's me. All right? Now, Ashton says this all the time, right, Ashton? You can't sell a dream looking like a nightmare. Some of y'all, boy, I tell you, like, who's this guy? Kodak Black or trying to sell credit? What the? That boy trying to scam me. Why you want my social? Hey, nah, come on. We got to dress to impress. Guys, we got to create a list. Look to your name and say list. All right, start with 100 names. Right, write that down. Don't prejudge. Alfred didn't prejudge me. The first thing he said, Bruce, what are you doing tonight? I said, why, what's up? He said, listen, we're going to have a huge event. It's going to be I'm going to meet this guy. He has his own credit repair business. And, Alfred didn't tell you, like, we just got scammed. I paid a guy $1,000. He told me, yeah, man, I know this guy. I paid $1,000. I think Alfred spent, $500. Alfred was worse than me. He sent him a long text message. You know when you're mad when you send long text messages? Like it has the real long thread. He didn't respond back, did he, Alfred? Nah, okay. Anyway, so we got robbed for our money. We met Ashton Henry. We sat down. He didn't prejudge me. I asked Ashton 100 questions. I signed up. And within 3 years, became a senior vice president. So, you got to edify. That's what Alfred did. He edified. He edified Ashton as an expert. I sat down in front of Ashton, and Ashton did a presentation. He was confident. He didn't beg me to meet Ashton. He was just like, listen. I was like, I got a couple of things going on. He said, can you cancel? I was like, all right. He's like, is it going to put you $1 million in your pocket? I canceled real quick, right? All I heard was jet, credit, and he's like, Greg flying in on a private jet. I'm like, jet and credit? Okay, I'm there. Keep it simple, guys. Timing versus talent. You can't say the right thing to the wrong person, and you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. So when in doubt, just blur it out. What do you guys tell people when they ask you, what do you do? That's why you ain't recruiting nobody. So I talked about this in the training. When someone asks you, what do? You want to start off with, you know how. Problem. You know how, problem. So you know how most people got bad credit? They're going to say, yeah. But what I do is I put them in a position to have a perfect credit score. How? Right? You know how most people live paycheck to paycheck? Yeah. Well, what I do is I show people how to earn an extra paycheck every single month, every single week. You see the difference there? You're piquing their interest. It's a lot better than I work for financial education services. I fix credit. Right? So we got red apples, green apples, and rotten apples. Does anybody know anybody who's a rotten apple? They're so negative. Anybody know? Look to somebody and say negative. If they go in a dark room, they would develop. Damn, only some of y'all don't remember Kodak? Where my 80s babies at, man? Anybody from the 70s? 60s? All right, there you go, Grandpa. There you go. Grandpa's in the house. We got red apples. You got green apples. People who got a lot of questions. I was a green apple, right, Ashton? I asked Ashton 21 questions like 50 cents. So some will, some won't, some will wait, some will never do it. So what? Next. All right, we're not here to beg nobody. You ever had anybody say, I'm gonna do it on Friday? And what happened, guys? You call them, they don't pick up. They leave you on red. You text them, you ready? You ready? And the little things on, and you see the little head that pops down. And you like, question mark? Like, man, I thought that boy was ready. He sounded confident. So you guys, you gotta just move on, man. We sort, not sell, right? We're here to present like you brand new. We're here to invite. I'm gonna tell you how to do some of this stuff. First, let me go back to this slide right here. How do I go back? Now, guys, when your expert is doing the presentation, don't interrupt. All right? Don't be like, Alfred, you forgot to tell him about the Hey, Alfred, I just want to say something real quick. What you gotta say, bro? And then 20 minutes later, he's still saying something. And the guy don't want to do it now. Guys, manage your emotions. Anybody have agents that got bad emotions? Look to your neighbor and say, bad emotions. Man, I want to switch outline. It's not working. Manage your emotions, guys. Try not to use words like, I got this great opportunity. It's only $2.99 to start. There's a meeting this Friday. I know when you come out of work, it's going to be a presentation, but it's really a seminar. And I want to introduce you to my upline. First of all, if I come out of work, I'm not coming to no seminar. When you say seminar, what do you think of? That sounds like all day to me. Bro, I just came out of work. I worked a 8-hour shift. I'm not going to a seminar. And you wonder why they don't show up. Man, I invited 10 people, Bruce, nobody showed up. Because you told them it was a seminar. I use words like, we're going to have a private get-together. We're going to have a project that we're launching. And I just got lucky. I partnered up with some individuals, some mentors of mine. They're doing some big things down here in this marketplace. Man, and I just want to get you guys connected, right? So try to change up a little bit of your wordplay. Is recruiting about you guys hitting titles? Look to your neighbor and say titles. Man, I need you to hit your title so I can get my title. You need to get to work. You need me to pay you 89 or? And you trying to raise the dead. Anybody got some dead agents? Oh, just 3 of us? Right? So when that happens, it's going to be fear, anxiety. You're going to be stressed out. You're not going to hit your title. There's going to be a lot of pressure because it's all about you. It's not about you. People don't know how much you know until they know how much you care. Right? And I want you guys to really focus that. Be genuine. Really, this is all about you being genuinely caring about helping people. When you do that, I'm telling you, the money's going to come. There's a slide I want you guys to see. You see this slide right here? This slide reminds me so much of 2020. I remember calling Alfred, and I was like, man, Alfred, I'm always pouring into somebody, everybody. I need you to pour into me right now. I was like, man, I feel like I'm stuck. She's like, don't worry about it, Bruce. We're going to go to convention.